Hello children, how are you? Welcome to class 5 EVS lecture. Children, we are on the lesson number 5, breathing. In the last lecture we saw about heart. The heart is made up of 4 compartments. Upper 2 compartments are right atrium and left atrium, and the below 2 we have the right ventricle and left ventricle. Right atrium and right ventricle receives the poor oxygen blood from the various parts of the body, and left atrium and left ventricle gives out the oxygen rich blood to the different parts of the body. Then we also saw that heart is an organ that pumps blood to the different parts of the body. It brings carbon dioxide and gives oxygen to different parts. As our activity level increases or exercises increases, our body needs more oxygen to be pumped, and our breathing also becomes faster. When we are sleeping or when we are resting position, we need less oxygen, so our pulse rate and our breathing is also less. Then we also saw something that the main function is of the heart is to keep the blood full of oxygen circulating throughout the body continuously. We cannot survive if our heart stops pumping the blood. Yes, and to keep the heart healthy, we should have well balanced diet, we should do exercise, and we should avoid the things that will damage our body like smoking. Then we saw some fun facts about our heart, that our heart is the size of a fist. It beats about 1,15,000 times a day and pumps out about 2,000 gallons of blood every day. Then the electrical appliance or the electrical system that controls the rhythm of a heart is called as a cardiac conduction system. And even if a heart is been removed from our body, it continues beating. It does not stop. The pumping of the heart is continued. Then fairy fly has the smallest heart of all the living organisms, and whale has the largest heart in all the mammals. Then we saw about the giraffe, who had a lopsided heart. Lopsided heart means tilted more towards the left hand side, because the left ventricle is thicker than that of the right one, and this is because it has to the left side carries the blood to the long neck, through the long neck to the brain of the giraffe. And our heart weighs about to 1 pound. Woman's heart beats slightly faster than that of the man's heart, and the beating sound which we can hear, or the pulse rate that we can hear, it is due to the close and opening of the valves which act like a door in the heart. And if you stretch your blood vessels, it may extend up to 60,000 millions. And laughing is a good exercise, as it reduces your stress and gives a boost to your immune system. So keep laughing, keep smiling, and keep your heart healthy. Now today we will see sneezing. Now, have you ever thought, why do we sneeze? What is the reason behind this? Why do people sneeze? Some people sneeze one time but very loudly. Some people sneeze about 3 to 4 times and very softly. What are the reasons behind this? So sneezing is a natural response to irritation in the person's nasal cavity. So why do we sneeze? Before sneezing, you will feel some irritation in your nose. So there is an entry of something in your nose that irritates your nasal cavity, and then you sneeze out. So sneezing is often a result of inhaling something that irritates the nose, but it can also be caused by breathing in the cold air. So if you are not used to sit in the AC, and if you sit in the AC for a longer period of time, you will start sneezing, looking into the bright lights, then plucking the eyebrow hairs, or eating food. Now eating food, that if a particular food is not been allergic to a certain person, then it might cause a sneezing to that. So almost anything that irritates your nose can make you sneeze. Sneezing is usually triggered by dust. If you stand in a wind, then all the dust particles which are going into your nose will irritate in your nose, and it will make you to sneeze. The pollen grains on the flowers, they might be carried away with the wind, and it might enter into your nose. Animal dander, etc. It's also a way from your body to expel unwanted germs. Now in the previous slides, in the video also, we had seen that the tiny hairs which are there in your nose, it traps all the dust particles or pollen particles which are there in the air in your nasal cavity, and then it sends forward only the clean air. Now these germs particles or dust particles which have been trapped in your nasal, it has to be thrown out of the body. So these dust particles only irritate in your nose, and then it makes us to expel or throw out the unwanted germs or dust particles from our nose, and they make us to sneeze it. So the common causes of sneezing are respiratory infection, if you have some infection like cold, cough, or some trapping of the germs. Then physical instant like sunlight, wind. Then fever or allergic, or some perfumes. Some people have the allergy of the perfumes, a particular smell which they cannot tolerate, and they start sneezing. So these are some of the causes that can make us sneeze. Now today we will see some benefits of breathing yogasanas. Some yogasanas exercises related to breathing. First, let us see what are the benefits of pranayama. Inhale and exhale with the 7 benefits pranayama, that is yogic breathing. Pranayama can help prevent stress. It can release your stress. Whatever tension you have, it will be cooled down, or it will be brought down. Then keep you calm and relaxed. It teaches you, or it makes you to be calm in any condition. Even if a person is very, very angry, and if he continues doing the pranayam, after some days you can see that the person angerness comes down and relax. So he is relaxed, and he finds out the ways to deal with that condition. Otherwise, when he was in the habit of angry, he used to yell, shout and all. But after doing pranayam, there is a change in his behavior. He becomes calm, he relaxes, and he be quiet and think about the solutions. Set fire to those calories. Set fire to those calories, fats which are there into your stomach or into your bodies. They are released, or they are melted. Level up your energy. So it increases your energy level. Use your lungs to be to the full capacity. If there are also some yogasanas which will help your lungs to work properly. If they are working about just about to 70 to 80% after doing pranayam, then they will start working about 100%. So the lungs help to the pranayam helps the lungs to work to its full capacity properly. Do more yoga to balance your heart rate after performing strenuous yoga. So it helps us your heartbeat, the balancing, then pumping of the heart, and it also improves your digestion. First we will see of the Ujjayi Pranayam, that is also called as a victorious breath or ocean breath. Ujjayi Pranayama is one technique that helps us to calm the mind and warm the body. So it keeps our mind stress released, शांत रखता है मन को, और warming up in the body. It creates a heat in our body. When practicing Ujjayi, you completely fill your lungs while slightly contracting your throat and breath through your nose. What are the benefits of this pranayama? It improves the concentration in the physical practice. So whatever work you are doing, it will improve your concentration in it. It builds gradually and firmly endurance. Means some people have a habit of not fighting with anything, not dealing with the conditions. They give up easily. मेरे से नहीं होगा, मैं ये नहीं करूँगी, मैं इतना नहीं कर पाऊँगी. These are the thinking of them. So if you do this pranayam, you will, the giving up habit will decrease and you will become strong and confident. And build energy, stimulate nadis, energy channels in the body, and brings mental clarity and focus. So we saw the benefits of Ujjayi Pranayama. Let's see the video of this. So children, if anyone in your house is knowing or he has already completed the pranayam or yoga classes in the holidays, please learn some of these yoga asanas from them, because it is going to help you to deal with the conditions and also to concentrate on your studies. So now I want you to do the pranayama with the video. So be ready, sit straight. Does anyone does the pranayam in your house? Yoga exercises? If they do, please start doing with them and practice it.
और एक आसन मतलब कि पद्मासन में बैठा था लगभग आधा घंटा.
So please be seated.
कर लेते हैं। 1 मिनट से अधिक करने पर फिर आपको अभ्यास करना पड़ेगा।
So children, here you saw one of the yoga, Ujjayi Pranayama. Next we will see the next one, that is Nadi Shuddhana Pranayama. Nadi is a Sanskrit word meaning channel of flow. So we have the blood vessels which are flowing through our body. These are called as a nadi in the Sanskrit word. So it is, in English it means the channel or the flow. It's flowing. The blood vessels are flowing continuously. And Shuddhana means purification. So purification of the blood vessels or the channels. Therefore, Nadi Shuddhana is primarily aimed at clearing and purifying the subtle channels of the mind. Body infuses and body with oxygen. Okay, so what are the benefits of this? Clears and releases the toxicants. Whatever the toxics are there, unwanted gases or unwanted germs are being cleared by this. Reduces your stress and anxiety. Calms and regenerates the nervous system. Being active makes your nervous system active. Helps to balance the hormones in your body. Supports clear and balanced respiratory channels. And also helps to elevate respiratory allergies that cause hay fever and sneezing, etc. Let's see our next. Kapalbhati Pranayama. You must have heard many of your family members doing this. Kapalbhati is also called as a breath of fire or skull shining breath. Kapalbhati is also called as a breath of fire and is an important Shatakarma or purification Hayat yoga. The word Kapalbhati is made up of two Sanskrit words, that is Kapala means skull, the forehead, and Bhati means shining, illuminating, giving light. So what are the benefits of this? It is an invigorating and warming. Invigorating means what? Making you strong, making you healthy and giving energy. It also helps in cleansing the lungs, sinuses and respiratory system, which can help to prevent illness and allergies. So if it is clearing your lungs and respiratory systems, it is avoiding your allergies whatever are entering in your body through the nose. Then regular practice of Kapalbhati strengthens the diaphragm and abdominal muscles. So it also helps in the making your diaphragm energy strong and abdominal muscles. Then is Kumbhaka Pranayama, that is breath retention. Kumbhaka is a retention of the breath in yoga practice of pranayama. It has two types accompanied by breathing, whether it is after inhalation or after inhalation or after exhalation, and ultimate aim accompanied. Increases in carbon dioxide level due to retention. We are holding the breath. So activates the respiratory center in the brain, leading to the greater interchange of the gas. Better oxygenation improves health and concentration and reduces the strain on the circulatory system. So let's see now Kapalbhati. and it is very, very useful to practice yoga. We in the school also, early in the morning, we were practicing the mind meditation. Were we doing meditation? How many of you are still doing that meditation? Yes? Do you practice that meditation? So you can tell your parents to download that video and do that meditation now also. So it is going to really help you.
And stimulates respiratory centers in the frontal brain. Sit in any meditative posture. Close the eyes and relax the whole body. Inhale deeply. Expand the chest. Expel the breath with forceful contractions of the abdominal muscles. Continue active exhalation and passive inhalation. Then take a deep breath, exhale slowly and relax. This is one round of Kapalabhati. Each round should be followed by deep breathing. Now do 2 more rounds. Kapalabhati purifies the frontal air sinuses, helps to overcome cough disorders. It is useful in treating colds, rhinitis, sinusitis, asthma, and bronchial infections. Please avoid this practice in case of cardiac conditions, high blood pressure, vertigo, migraine, stroke, hernia, and gastric ulcers.
So children, did you see how important it is? So better practice at home and learn from your elders in the family. Thank you.